That's a liberal.
It's like saying, would you rather have wine or water?
Wine, a half inch means a lot sometimes.
Nobody likes to eat crow. Right.
Now I'm starving.
How much is the economy today? It's that much.
This pumpkin latte sucks, and I want to speak to your manager.
Objection, hearsay. Objection, leading. Objection, hearsay.
Where is that woman when Biden speaks?
Get out of here. His name is pronounced Joni. And that's the end of it.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, how pretty.
Well, I put this on in honor of James's comments. Long live the king. Yes, indeed, James. Long live the king. We love it.
Who's James?
How are you?
Who is James?
Oh, Kevin. Sorry. Oh, I don't know.
So you're Stoned Princess?
No, damn it. No, I'm not. Kevin Jones. Sorry,
Dyslexic.
Kevin Jones.
Dyslexic.
I am definitely dyslexic. I don't know where everybody is. Oh, hello, Colleen Mahoney. Happy Tuesday.
Hi,
to
my
you.
grandma. They're getting
And
ready
here we
for
go.
the-
Here's Mick40. MAGA days are here again. Yes, indeed. It really is. It's great. Hello, OG Lucille Chavone is with us. And Howard Zim. He's an OG too. Francine is with us. How are you? Oh, we might climb into the double digits today. Who
I
knows?
doubt it.
Oh, good. Lori Maisie. Aunt Lori's here. I have a clip for you, Lori. It's our first clip of the evening. It's coming up. Billy Nolan's in. Okay. So the gang is arriving, even though I don't know what's going on. Now, we were doing so good with YouTube, and we are 11 subscribers away from 500. We
That's
need
so
1,000
sad.
to get paid, but I'd like to hit 500. I feel like such a damn loser. This is ridiculous. And no matter
You are.
how many times I share it and everything, I mean, are you guys subscribed? I don't even know. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. 3 years at this.
I don't even think I'm subscribed.
I know you're not subscribed. That's the biggest problem is your apathy for your own show.
It's a disappointment. It's a I
Disappointment.
can't tie myself to disappointment and failure.
Rain late tomorrow. Well, we could use some rain here in South Carolina. Boy, we have fires raging all over the place. Not anymore.
It says yes. It says only 30% is contained. I just saw it on the news, and it said it's getting even worse.
No, it's more than 30% contained. And our mayor was in town, not in Africa, and all our firefighters got there and we're working. No structures burned, and no structures burned, no lives lost.
Well,
We
in
had
the forest.
What?
It was in the forest.
Carolina forest. Well, that's nature stuff. That's what happens. I mean, it happens sometimes. Yeah, not one Dem voted to keep men out of women's sports. Of course not. Listen, let me just explain why the Dems did not vote to keep men out of women's sports.
Because they're betting on those games.
Okay. Okay. I had a different take, but okay, that one makes sense. My thought is that the pathetic loser men who couldn't make it in the men's leagues, decide they're transgender and go, and compete in the women's leagues. Isn't it interesting that these are not young boys who were in second grade and put on a skirt and because they know at that age what they feel like, that, we know that because we were told that by the Dems, right? By the woke, that they know at age 4. So why haven't they gone from the second grade through as a girl and just taken their place? Instead, they compete in boys sports, are less than mediocre, And then they decide, oh, I'm going to put on a skirt and go compete against the women. So to me, that's a loser. And that's why the Dems don't vote against it, because they identify. That's all I got to say. I know that.
Did all
some
9
our-
of you get that?
What's that?
I said, did all 9 of you get that?
Yeah, some of our subscribers left on that one. I'm subscribed, even if you don't get my name right. I'm sorry, Kevin. I don't know what I was thinking, James. You could get more viewers if you wear the pink teddy bear costume. How about the crown? Jennifer keeps on covering up. That's the problem. She used to wear the low cut blouses. Not anymore.
No. No one's subscribing, so I'm not doing it.
So you're not doing it. Okay. But thank you, Lucille. Hey, Beer Nut is here. How are you, Beer Nut? Cuomo will not make it to the primary.
Yes, he will.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
He's going to win.
Well,
Which I'm fine with. I'm fine with it.
Well, there's plenty of people that lost parents and loved ones that are going to remind everybody that he killed them, and he did. Okay. We'll watch that later. Jen put on the hot dog costume.
I can't. They threw it out.
Yeah, everything's hooked up. I wonder.
No, Mom, it's just that we suck.
Well, that's true. All right. Well, you know what? Did you ever wonder if there was reincarnation? Ever wonder? Well, I have proof that there's reincarnation. And I'm going to show you proof that there is reincarnation. Watch this.
They're moving into the gate. As they go away from the gate, take another go out there and take the lead of about a length. On the outside, here's the great dog moving along in second place, going up along the inside, just the turn goes through fast. Then away on the outside is Langley Fire, followed along by English Soul with Funny Bride. Tom Rose and the last was Outbreaker.
It's so cute.
Tell me that dog wasn't a racehorse in another life.
He identified as one for sure.
That dog was definitely a racehorse. Billy Nolan says, put on your hot dog costume, Jen.
You threw it out.
Did I?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was in the story.
Your husband did. No.
I believe in reincarnation. So do I. But there's your proof. You both are very entertaining. Well, thank you, Mick. Tell your friends. If we're so entertaining, how come nobody's friends want to come and watch us? I don't understand. How are you, Professor? Good to see you. Tony B, how are you, Tony? Thanks for coming. I've seen that before. Yeah, I thought that was for you, Lori. As soon as I saw it, I thought of you. Martina Navratilova spoke up about trans playing women's sports, and she was crucified, and she was a leader for the for the LGBT LMNOP community. Yeah. Dog got an inside tip. Probably. He probably had a lot of dog biscuits on the line. All right. So you ever wonder if your Alexa is listening to you? So, I can't tell you whether your Alexa is, but I can tell you that these people are.
Hey, Mara, how's that apple juice?
Good.
Yeah, it's good?
Fucking good.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Did I say a bad word? Yeah. You motherfucking bitch! Fucking damn it. Oh, fucking damn it. Oh, fucking damn it. Fucking bitch.
Who?
Yeah, I mean, now you know.
What?
And I love you.
He's my favorite.
And I love you. Oh my God, these kids, they've you were like that, Jen. But you never really cursed.
No.
You said cute things, but you never really curse.
Now I do.
Yeah, no, but not even as bad as most New Yorkers. POTUS speaks at 9:00 tonight. So I think people are sitting in front of their TV pre-gaming it. And that's why they're not here. That dog would make a good jockey. I'm telling you, that dog was a racehorse in another life, 100%. I mean, it was just, you could see, it was hard to see because the camera came and go, but his little tail, as soon as he heard, dun, 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 his tail started going. Oh, it was really, really great. Hello, Cookie. Good to see you. Don't have one, trust no one.
Alexa.
Yeah. My cousin used to say, "Fucky fried chicken." Oh, that's cute. Hi, ladies. These kids had to hear from someone. Absolutely. I love it when you know the kids say these things and then the parents are like, "Oh, yeah," they're shocked.
Do you remember when Grandma Blackie's what was it? No, Aunt Santa's bird said "fuck you, Augie" when they came back from vacation. Yeah. When they came back from their honeymoon, I think it was.
Oh, it was great. Zelensky called J.D. Vance a sucker. Yeah, well, we got Zelensky in a minute. I got a bar of lava for saying fuck. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's me too. I didn't get a bar of lava. Pasta fagioli rules. Yes, it does. My mother, we grew up in Brooklyn on 58th Street and 11th Avenue, and between 11th and 12th in Brooklyn. And my mother used to hang out the window with a pillow underneath her arms, you know, to keep from getting the creases from the window. And every other mother hung out the window, and they would watch each other's kids. And I'll never forget, I don't know what I did. I did something wrong. I was at the other end of the block. I mean, the other end of the block, way down the block. And I did something wrong. And Marianne was hanging out the window. And she called me over. And she said to me, "You go home right now and go to your mother." And you had to do what they said, no matter who it was. If it was your parent or not, you did what they said. So I walked very slowly up the block. In the meanwhile, Marianne called my mother, of course, and my mother was hanging out the window with her slipper in her hand. And she started yelling at me from the window. And of course, I professed that I was innocent. And she threw that slipper at me like it was a gosh darn rocket and hit me with it. And then she made me bring it back to her up the stairs.
And now she can't read.
It was the longest 14 steps I ever had to climb. Then I got my ass beat. I mean, beat. Not a wooden spoon, not a threat, beat. But we can't do that anymore because, you know, there's children's rights now. I have my cat Kingston watch the horse races. Does your cat Kingston do that? I don't think so. I bet you not. The kids need some bars of soap. They need to more than that. Swipe Jen's MAGA hat and she'll run after you faster than any racehorse. That's true. I was a big girl. I was actually a very good child. And so was Jen. Jen was an excellent child. She was a whiner, but she was an excellent kid. Really, really. She used to help me with her brother. She's a good kid with a big heart. She still is. I never cursed in front of my parents until my 20s and rarely ever to this day, but they didn't curse often either. Yeah, I can't imagine your mom and dad being, you know, dropping F-bombs. I got the punishment when I called to mom to cross the street and for some reason said shit. I probably got the soap. Oh, Albert, you were in trouble always. That's my brother. It's not my mother. It's my brother on the computer.
Didn't he get his head stuck in a canoe?
He got his head stuck in a canoe and he almost drowned. He got his his head stuck between a wrought iron gate. He cut his hand on a tuna fish can. He burnt his face with an iron. He dropped it. It's funny because most of the times that he got hurt, I was there. And I'm wondering if somehow I abused him.
Yeah. Do you remember? Sorry, go ahead.
Good.
I was going to say, remember when he watched me for 3 minutes and I got my hand stuck in the gumball machine and the fire
That's
department
right,
had to come?
Dixie.
Yeah. As he stood there with his head down listening to his head thing, and there's my hand coming out of the gumball machine stuck.
That might have been payback to me for every time he got his face burnt. I don't know if I was ironing or my mother was. Must have been my mother. I was too young to iron. But he was playing under the ironing board, and I remember saying to him, "Don't play under the ironing board," and he did, and the iron went down and got him right on the cheek. It was horrible. And then I was opening a can of tuna. I was about 4. And my mother told me I had to put my Barbie stuff away, which I did. And I said to him, don't touch the can. What does he do? Touches the can, slices his thumb open. Next thing you know, I can't have tuna fish because there's all kinds of blood in it. And he had to go to the hospital. Lunch was ruined. I was good until 13, then a monster until 43. Everybody is bad after 13. Everybody. I always used to say about Jennifer, it's like The Exorcist. As soon as they hit puberty, this cute little child sits up in bed and their head turns around and they start spitting pea soup at you. It's terrible. I started using colorful language when I joined the NYPD. Yeah, I'm sure you did. One of the neighbors caught me and Nikki doing something wrong and drove us home to be punished by our parents. The good old days. Yeah, it's true. My mom called me an SOB and I said, what does that mean? Make you. She beat me. Oh my God. That's tragic. I would have never said that to my mother. My mother beat me for everything, for stuff my brother did. So I would never talk back to my mother that I remember. She'll tell you I did, but I don't think I did. Now I just tell everyone I have Tourette's. It's good. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, and talk about repeating things and repeating what you hear. Watch this closely. The Democrats, and the Democrats are putting out messaging before Donald Trump's speech tonight. Watch how authentic they are.
When I win, I will immediately bring prices down starting on day one.
That ain't true. That's what you just heard. Since day one of Donald Trump's presidency, prices are not down. They're up. Inflation is getting worse, not better. The prices of groceries, gas, housing, eggs, of essentials. It's not getting better. It's getting worse. Meanwhile, Donald Trump has done nothing. Goose eggs to lower prices for you. Instead, he's pardoned violent criminals who savagely beat police officers on January 6th. That's an effing disgrace. He's letting Elon Musk take a chainsaw to vital government programs and then, even worse, giving him access to Americans' most sensitive data. Social security numbers, tax returns, healthcare bills. He's fired thousands of essential workers, people who help our veterans get their benefits, people fighting Ebola in Africa so it doesn't come here. He's frozen funding for vital programs that so many American families need. Cancer research, education funding, payments to family farmers, and so much worse. Why are they doing this? Trump, Musk, Doge are taking these vital services away from you for one reason only, so they can give tax breaks to their billionaires club. Their plan is awful, simply awful. Billionaires win, families lose. Well, billionaires win, is the truth.
And that is the truth.
That was yours.
I just had a seizure. Why would you do that? And that was what I heard before when I said you have 2 videos. There's 2 videos playing.
Oh, you heard that? Wait. Okay, so now I'm really gonna make you have a seizure. Watch this.
When I win, I will immediately bring prices down starting on day one.
That's
That's terrible.
That's horrible. They're not a freaking singular thought amongst them. I can't. That's the truth. Yeah, right. He's talking to Bill. Good old Chuck the Schmuck. No kidding. I want to know who writes their scripts. Kevin, I have no idea. But it's not helping them. Democrats are looking like assholes. Hi, Gloria. They sure are. And when I say quote unquote, when I say Democrats, that blanket statement, I don't mean regular people. I mean congressional Democrats, Senate and House of Representatives, and some woke people. Yeah, they are so fucking desperate. They really are. Nothing new. They all read from the same script. Tony, it's like January 6th all over again, a Hollywood movie.
And who paid for those? Who paid for the production? We did.
Ooh, I wonder. Can't stand them either. I mean, but it's so blatant. And you know what? And that was out as soon as they started putting them out, people started collecting them and doing that. So hopefully social media, will win over and people will have seen that.
Do you remember any of those when Biden was in office? No.
What?
From Republicans?
Never. There were no coordinated messaging from Republicans when Biden was in office. Who? You saw stuff like that? No.
No, I said.
Oh, okay. I thought you were being facetious. That you were saying that there was. We don't do that stuff. Yeah, it's just crazy. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but you know what? I wanted to show you so that you could share the show with your friends and say you want to see what pieces of crap House Democrats are, House and Senate Democrats. There you go. Like 40 of them did this for, I mean, think about that. Could you imagine? I would never, ever do that, ever. And
they can't even get 40 viewers. They got 40 people to say the same thing.
Yeah, right. It's true. Schumer not attending tonight. Good. I want them all not to attend because then when Donald Trump speaks, everybody can move up and together and it'll look like everybody loves what he says because that's what will go out over the airwaves. And then he could bring all the people, the public, to fill the seats. Plenty of people would want to go. Yeah, idiots. 2 scumbuckets. Yeah, not just 2. It was 40. Hi, John Mueller. All senators, I think. Yeah, you might be right. Yes, talk about a cult. That's what I said. That's what they call MAGA, a cult. That's a cult. That's a cult. Absolutely. They're the Borg. They will assimilate you. This is true. The Borg. Disrespect to the president. Let the pieces of shit stay home. No one wants to see or hear them anyway. You're right. Kevin Young is correct. Yes, he is. They have no respect for anything. They don't. Republicans never stick together. They go 1,000 different ways. That's true. But I'd rather us be that. Honestly, I'd rather us be that. Yes, Howard is correct. They should be arrested if they disrespect our president. Well, you can't do that. Free speech. Who said it? Make a Trump rally tonight? Yeah, that would be good. A Trump rally. Okay, so let's see. Where were we? I got a lot of things going on here, but Jenner has to go early. So anyway, so talk about the Dem cult. So I thought that we should bring in a mental health specialist to talk to us about the problems that Americans are facing. Watch.
It's just me, but I thought that the goal was to create awareness, to, normalize seeking help, to make therapy accessible, to remove the shame around mental health struggles. But somewhere along the way, destigmatizing mental health has taken on a life of its own. And now, instead of people getting better, I just feel like people are getting worse. We didn't just normalize therapy. We turned it into a personality trait. We didn't just encourage self-awareness. We turned every feeling into a diagnosis. And instead of using mental health language as a tool, we've started using it as a shield, justifying avoidance, self-sabotage, and emotional fragility in the name of protection. Now everything is a trigger. Everything is trauma. People say, I can't do this. It's bad for my mental health. When what they really mean is, this is hard and I don't want to deal with it. But when did mental health become about avoiding life instead of learning how to handle it? Good mental health isn't about comfort. It's about capacity. It's about having the emotional, the psychological, and the cognitive range to handle life as it comes. Not just when it's easy, but especially when it's hard. Your mental health should be challenged, because if your mental health can't withstand stress, discomfort, or uncertainty, then you don't have mental strength. You have emotional dependence based on the right circumstances, and life does not care about your circumstances. And I'm serious, y'all. Like, really, ask yourself, has your mental health journey actually made you stronger, or has it made you retreat further into protecting yourself in the name of good mental health?
To entitlement. I don't want to work 2 hours straight at Starbucks.
You know, maybe a lot of people saw her. Maybe that's why they're not here. Could be. I don't know. I think that was great. I think that she said a lot of good stuff there. And yeah, I think
now she's canceled.
Yeah, now she's canceled. Right?
They took away her license.
They're gonna call her a white supremacist. Yeah, they are. Yeah, smart lady. She's a rock star. She is indeed. Yes, she's right. Share it. She was great. She was great. So, you know, there are some people that need to listen to her. This is one of them.
Disrespectful.
Look what she's doing. She's on my property, taking my flag.
I'm not.
This is my truck. Get away from my truck. Get away from my truck, you crazy lady. Please. What are you doing right now?
You're a fucking ass.
What are you doing right now? Here's your license plate. Lady, please get away from my vehicle. I have to go to work. I'm gonna go get the cops involved. Get away from my vehicle now. You cut me off.
What gives you the right to
free? This is America, and this is a free country. Get away from my vehicle, or I'm gonna press charges on you. Get away from my vehicle right now and get on the road. What are you doing right now? You're like 100 years old. Go in your fucking vehicle and get in the road now. Get in the road now. I don't know what you think you're doing. Touching my fucking shit. You're lucky I'm in a good mood. Get the hell out of here. Look at this lady. Crazy. Because of my flag. Crazy. Crazy Democrat. This is what we have in America. Crazy Democrats. Crazy Democrats. There you go.
Those sunglasses make her look like George Whipple. Did you? Those are terrible. Those are terrible sunglasses. She looks like she has big gray, bushy eyebrows, and she's wearing Birkenstocks.
I love her. It doesn't matter what the content, what's going on in that video. She's gonna find what the person's wearing is offensive.
Very offensive. She took the glasses off of her and threw them.
Oh my God. Yeah, facts don't care about your feels. That's someone crazy ass grandma. No, really sad. I mean, she's gonna get herself killed. That is nuts. If that guy, he handled her very well. I
because he's like, this is gonna be TikTok gold.
Yeah. I noticed he started, amping up as she started going away from the flag. It's crazy, just absolutely crazy. Okay, so the show today is called Nobody. This is America, and this is the video that started it all. We all know that Zelensky visited the White House, and he did so because he was going to go sign the mineral deal with us. And things took a turn for the worse, and he got his ass kicked out of the White House. And so I spliced it up a little bit so you could get the gist, because it was about half an hour. Watch.
You want me to say really terrible things about Putin and then say, hi, Vladimir, how are we doing on the deal? That doesn't work that way. I'm not aligned with Putin. I'm not aligned with anybody. I'm aligned with the United States of America. And for the good of the world, I'm aligned with the world. And I want to get this thing over with. You see the hatred he's got for Putin. It's very tough for me to make a deal with that kind of hate. He's got tremendous hatred. And I understand that, but I can tell you the other side isn't exactly in love with, him either.
For 4 years in the United States of America, we had a president who stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy.
In 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel, we signed ceasefire. Ceasefire. All of them told me that he will never go. We signed him with gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people, and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about?
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the President for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Count once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless. God bless. You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that.
That's exactly what you're doing.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
You will feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about that.
Have you said thank you once?
This entire meeting?
No, in this entire meeting, have you said thank you?
Today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
You think that if you will speak very loudly about the war,
He's not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country's in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No, you've done a lot of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not winning. You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance of coming out okay because of us.
This is like a bad after school special. Like Zelensky set Putin's locker on fire. Putin got sent home. They broke up and finding out what happened with him.
I don't know. There's something about Trump. The way he handled that was hot. I was like, that was good. And right after that, Zelensky got thrown out. And
they made fun of him for not wearing a suit.
Well, that was before. That was earlier. When he started with that, he had an attitude. But anyway, so we got footage of Zelensky leaving the White House.
Fucking damn it! Oh fucking damn it! Oh fucking damn it!
Yeah, he was not. It was not good. It was not good. Okay. Okay. Let's see. America, fuck yeah. Yep, absolutely. Zelensky is on an apology tour today. Trump was going to turn off the money. Oh, yeah. I've got that. Go JD, go VP. Yeah, he was something else. He's a hemorrhoid. The question from reporters was about, why isn't Trump condemning Putin harder? And that's what started the whole thing off. Trump was like, yeah, right. I'm going to negotiate with him after I call him a dictator. No, fuck Ukraine. Female dog under his breath. Okay.
I'm for Ukraine, just because I'm not for Russia. But
well,
listen,
I've learned a little bit about
Ukraine. We had a shithead president too for the last 4 years.
Yes,
so
we did.
Unfortunately, which made everyone hate us.
Yes,
so they have a shithead right now, and unfortunately, no matter what, they were going to lose anyway because of the manpower. And Putin is Putin.
All right. So now this is a perfect segue for all the people that are belly aching about Ukraine and Putin and Trump and not giving enough to Ukraine. Let's have a little history lesson about Ukraine. Professor, you'll appreciate this. Watch.
In 2014, the U.S. worked actively to overthrow Yanukovych. Everybody knows the phone call by my Columbia University colleague, Victoria Nuland. and the U.S. Ambassador Peter Piot. Listen to it. It's fascinating.
I don't think Cleach should go into the government. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's a good idea. I think Yates is the guy who's got the economic experience, the governing experience, and, fuck the EU.
No, exactly. And I think we've got to do something to make...
You don't get better evidence. Then came Minsk, and especially Minsk II. It said there should be autonomy for the Russian-speaking regions in the east of Ukraine. It was supported unanimously by the UN Security Council. The United States and Ukraine decided it was not to be enforced. There were many thousands of deaths in the shelling by Ukraine in the Donbass. And one of the issues on the table in December 2021, January 2022, was, does the United States claim the right to put missile systems in Ukraine? And Blinken told Lavrov in January 2022, the United States reserves the right to put missile systems wherever it wants. So the war started. What was Putin's intention in the war? It was to force Zelensky to negotiate neutrality. And that happened within 7 days of the start of the invasion. Ukraine walked away unilaterally from a near agreement. Why? Because the United States told them to. The idea was that there would be Ukraine, Romania, Bulgaria, Turkey, and Georgia that would deprive Russia of any international status by blocking the Black Sea. And the American senators, who are as nasty and cynical and corrupt as imaginable, say this is wonderful expenditure of our money because no Americans are dying. It's the pure proxy war. And since the U.S. talked the negotiators away from the table, about 1 million Ukrainians have died or been severely.
So that's the story about the war and how it started. It wasn't Russia that started the war, really. It was Ukraine. And we knew this because we knew they backed out of the Minsk agreement. This has been going on for a very, very long time. So when Trump tells you that, they've been having problems in the region forever, and even Zelensky says it, you can bet your sweet Bibi that Trump was the only one who kept Putin from out of Ukraine because Trump was not pushing Ukraine to go to war. Actually, Russia didn't start the war. Ukraine didn't start the war. America started the war. Period. We started it. Stupid ass Obama and Democrats started the war. So there you go. What were we trying to get out of it? For whatever reason, we want to poke the bear. We want to poke Russia. But why do you want to poke Russia? They're enormous. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Yeah, and then you put them with China with 1.4 billion people. Come on. This is the stupidest thing. There is no winning this war. The only way you win this war is if Ukraine admits defeat and leaves, and Zelensky's got to go. Okay. I know you have to go, so.
Motion detectors went off in my office, so they're texting. That's what I was just doing.
Oh, okay.
Moving around because everything's locked up, and apparently someone's in there.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's no good. Okay. He really doesn't buy none of Putin's promises. Putin's words make Zelensky itch. The problem is, I'm sure you put that comment before the history lesson. Zelensky is a terrorist. He doesn't want peace. He doesn't want peace. He's thinking so. I think that they think that they can get together with EU and beat Russia. What? How are they going to do that? England has grandeur, or what is it called now? The UK has these grand memories of when it was, really huge and conquered the world. Well, it gave up all of its holdings everywhere. And the only one it has now, simpatico, is Canada. The Brits and the Canadians are not going to pick up arms to fight. I can assure you that. So forget it. Forget UK. They got shit. Forget anybody. Any of the other Norway, Sweden, what? They're going to pick up arms? No. I mean, they're all teeny tiny. No. Russia, Putin could steamroll them MFers. And with Trump pulling out of Ukraine, you know what that does? That opens the whole Europe to Putin. So they better all shut their fucking mouths because we're in control of this. We are in control of this. We are the big dog here. And if Americans don't recognize that we're the big freaking dog and that we call the shots, no more of these little guys telling us what to do. No more. We're done. Zelensky got his ass handed to him. Now he regrets the day it ever happened. Absolutely. Here, listen. Here's what happened. Politico, okay? Zelensky was calling for foreign legion now. He wants foreign fighters. So Vance was absolutely correct. And you know what? Let me just show you the difference between thinking individuals and idiots, and these damn idiots that were willing to sell out America and talk treason that, you know, that Zelensky was better than Trump. Fucking assholes. Watch Italy.
Vice President Vance was discussing something deeper. Identity, democracy, freedom of speech. In short, Europe's historic role and mission. Many pretended to be outraged, calling for European pride against an American daring to lecture us. But let me tell you, as someone who is proud to be European, first, if those who were outraged had shown the same pride when Europe lost its strategic autonomy, tying its economy to autocratic regimes, or when European borders and our way of life were threatened by mass illegal migration, now we would live in a stronger Europe. CPAC understood before many others that the political and cultural battle for conservative values is not just an American battle. It is a Western battle.
I love her.
Yeah, you should love her. She understands because, you know, this whole thing, it was all the, you know, this world dominance, the billionaires, the bankers, you know, got together and
men.
Well, I'm not going to do
egos.
You know, a lot of women. I mean, what was her name? The German one. You know, she was a freaking woman, asshole. You know, was selling Germany down the river. You know, Meloni is the Prime Minister of Italy. She's a woman.
I'm saying. Well,
but she's on the right side of it. But the women were selling. I get what you're saying. The women were selling out a lot of the countries because they were the soft touches. But having said all of that, I've been saying this for how long, Jen? When we were talking about borders, and everybody's like, "Oh, the southern border, the northern border, only America." No, it was happening all over Europe.
Everywhere.
This was a strategic strike. This was a war without guns and bullets and bombs. This was a war of trying to infiltrate not just America, but Europe, so that they could get from the inside and push. And you know, the only idiots that are still banging the woke drum, the UK and freaking idiot Canada. Listen to Justin Trudeau today.
Now I want to speak directly to one specific American, Donald. In the over 8 years you and I have worked together, we've done big things. We signed a historic deal that has created record jobs and growth in both of our countries. We've done big things together on the world stage, as Canada and the US have done together for decades, for generations. Now, it's not in my habit to agree with the Wall Street Journal, but Donald, they point out that even though you're a very smart guy, this is a very dumb thing to do.
What a dick. And while he thinks he's going to school Donald Trump because is all they hear is the woke fucking liberal media over there in Canada because they're fucking arm of the UK, that cocksucking situation over there. Oh shit. I forgot we're on YouTube. Well, while Trudeau was making a mess out of the people in Canada who all think that they got big balls now because Donald Trump wants to make us the 51st state. Well, guess what? Watch, because it's going to hurt their economy far worse than it's going to hurt ours to have tariffs, because we can make everything. See, the difference is we have everything because of our bleeding heart liberalism in this country. We were giving everything away. Oh, we won't make it here. We'll let you make it. Well, third world, we'll let the world market handle it. We're not going to dirty our hands. We don't have to do it. Yeah.
But then eggs become a little expensive and everyone starts crying. I need eggs. Oh my God. You shouldn't calm down. You haven't eaten eggs in months.
You're absolutely right. And the eggs have been going up for 3 years because the bird flu has been around.
And now for nothing, when you look at it, there's stores that they're $5.99, there's stores that are $12.99. There's price gouging everywhere.
It also depends on what area has the flu in.
No. I mean, like in New York City, blocks away from each other.
Okay.
$5.99, $12.99. Yeah, no. It just listen, everyone. It's hysteria.
But that's because
hysteria.
Because we need the mental health lady to talk to us, because that's the whole fucking problem is that we've all become ridiculous, stupid idiots. And while Trudeau is making a big ass of himself, guess what Zelensky does? Zelensky goes on X and kisses Trump's ass. He apologizes to Trump and he says, oh, please, Mr. Trump, we want to bring on lasting peace. My team and I stand ready to work under President Trump's strong leadership to get peace that lasts. We're ready to work fast to end the war, and the first stages could be the release of prisoners and truce in the sky, ban on missiles, long-range drones, bombs on energy, and other civilian infrastructure, and truce in the sea immediately if Russia will do the same. Then we want to move very fast through all the next stages to work with the U.S. to agree on a strong final deal. They want to sign the metals agreement.
Was that Twitter? You put that on Twitter?
On Twitter. It was.
But that's, you know what? That just goes to show what assholes we all are, because that's how they all speak now, on Twitter.
100%. This is our new way of dealing with things.
On that note, I have to go in a minute because I don't know what's going on in that office right now. Someone ran out of here to go figure it out, but we have a lot of expensive things in there.
Understand. Well, this is it. I want you all, anybody who feels bad about Ukraine, don't feel bad, because Ukraine was killing their own people in the Donbass region, the ones that wanted to be Russian, that were Russian. So, just learn your history. Learn your history.
All right. Love you. Bye. Bye. See you next week.
All right. Well, I'm not going
to end the stream. Oops,
no, you just got to leave.
No. Okay, bye. I'm just leaving.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm going to remove her and we're good. Did you see the videos of the Ukraine military kidnapping civilians off the street to join the military? I have, and it's ridiculous. Ukraine used to be the biggest human trafficking country in the world until Biden came along. Yeah, you're right. Zelensky needs to be dispatched. He does, 100%. Ukraine constitution makes no provision for extension of term. Really? He's saying that there can't be elections because they're at war. I didn't know that. I didn't read it because I don't read Ukrainian. I've been to Ukraine and it sucked. I don't like either of them, so they can duke it out or settle, but Trump is a peacemaker. Their only hope. It's the truth. Letitia Romero is correct. Thank you. They thought they could get Putin out. I don't see how that's even possible. How could you have mental health and believe that? How are you getting Putin out? You can't. He's a freaking most notorious. The man, first of all, he is an absolute spy. He's a spook. He will never leave. He has to be assassinated for him to leave. What did they think that's what was going to happen? That America was going to come in and what? because of our strength, we were going to be able to overthrow Russia, or were we going to go in and execute him? What did they think we were going to do? We were going to do nothing. You know what? This is a Europe problem. That's a them problem. And frankly, if we minded our own business, even if Russia and China are together, and they are, and Iran, and they are, what Trump is trying to do now is trying to get Russia to unhook from China and Iran. That's what Trump is trying to do. And he's smart to do this. This is like a game of risk. These other little countries really don't matter. What matters is Russia, China, America, and the Middle East. That's what matters. And each of them have power. But America has the most because we have the most stuff. We have oil, we have minerals, we have the climate to grow things, we have people. The only problem is our people aren't educated, so the Chinese are kicking our ass. And we're spending tons of money on education, and our kids are getting stupider. So do you understand the bigger picture? We have to look beyond our shores. We have to look beyond our phones. We have to start thinking of ourselves as a patriotic country. We are there. If Russia's the bear, we're the fucking pit bull. And we need to act like a pit bull. And people need to understand it. Kissinger said before he died, never let China and Russia align in the worst scenario for America. It is 100% the worst scenario. And fucking Biden let it happen. Norway actually has cold weather commandos. It's crazy. Thank you very much, Anthony. I'm sorry. I'm crazed over this because nobody thinks it's possible. These assholes who are running around, gays for Palestine, they have no idea. They don't understand what war is. They don't know that somebody will blow your face off as soon as look at you over there. They don't get it because they've been coddled. Hello, Ralph Rubin. You missed a good show, I think. Meanwhile, the Euro countries gave Ukraine loans. Why shouldn't we be paid back? Because America is the bleeding hearts have caused us to give up of ourselves to other people. We're masochists. It's ridiculous. Salute amor Italia. Yeah, absolutely. Tell the Vatican to take their walls down. Let me tell you something. God wants to talk to Pope Francis. I'm telling you, mark my words. He needs a conversation with him. The Father is not going to be with us long because God's calling him. They need to talk. Germany is going full tard, arresting people for hate speech. Yeah, Germany and the UK. Yeah, so let them align. Let them align. We'll take Italy. The food is better. When is Trudeau leaving? I hope soon. He said, I don't know. He resigned. Who knows? Maybe he decided to renege. It's about eliminating any loyalty to one country, any country. Nationalism is the enemy of the globalists. You said it, Colleen. You said it. So now we need to double down and we all need to become patriots. I want all those Democrats that have been stomping their feet about Ukraine to go over and register in the Ukrainian Foreign Legion. Let's see. Come on. Lickety-split. Lickety-split. Trudeau raped Canada. Absolutely. Biden raped America. It was a coordinated effort. We had America, Canada, Germany, UK, Ireland, Poland, Norway, Denmark. We had all over the place. It was a coordinated effort from the globalists. We need to get pride again in our country. Be an American. Justin hasn't hit puberty. What does he in the no reports? He was placed there, just like the rest of them. They were placed there. Now, who was it? Was it Soros? I don't know. Was it Bill Gates? I'm not sure. I don't know who makes the money off of this. I don't know how they make the money, except for, as I said before, the goddamn, Americans and their pesky human rights, cost money. They want to be paid a regular wage and they don't want to live in poverty. So maybe that's what happened. I don't know. Yep, I agree. He should have called him Mr. President, not Donald. Absolutely. It was an insult. Well, thank you. I know that I got a little bit worked up. Stupid woke tards Canadian. Thank you. Okay. Justin is just a baby. He is a baby. Population of New York State is about the same size of Canada. All right, here, I want to show you something. All right, this is the Democrats talking about their own. Listen to this.
The current mayor of Chicago has an approval rating of 6.6%.
Round it up, 7.
But I mean, you were just the ambassador to Japan. If that was your approval rating in Japan, they would do harakiri on live TV.
They would do it at 27.
I mean, what's going on in Chicago?
There is a general rule. I had this when I was mayor. Safe streets, strong schools, stable finances. Focus on those 3 things and your city's going to be fine. We've gone through 5 years where people became way too permissive of the culture. They were all, which is why everything's locked up at Walgreens and CVS, and that is a disaster.
Yeah.
And our school, and I'll say this about our schools. I don't want to hear another word about the locker room. I don't want to hear another word about the bathroom. You better start focusing on the classroom.
I agree.
We had the worst reading scores for 8th graders in 30 years. And nobody, not a governor, not a mayor, not a president, not a secretary of education is talking about it. We're all wrapped up. Look, in 7th grade, if I known that I could have said the word they and got in the girls' bathroom, I would have done it. Okay, we literally are a superpower. We're facing off against China with 1.4 billion people, and 2/3 of our children can't read 8th grade level.
This is a huge Democratic Party problem. If you look at Democratic cities, they are terribly run. They have incredibly high taxes. It is impossible to build, so the cost of housing... Let me finish. I'll give you a chance. Cost of housing is crazy in places like New York and Chicago. If you look at Democratic states, you go to look at New York versus Florida, okay? Roughly the same population. The budget of New York State is twice that of Florida. What do they have? Streets paved with gold? I live in New York. I pay the highest taxes in New York. You get nothing for it. And I think that is the image people have of the Democratic Party. Lots of taxes, lots of regulation, but nothing gets.
That is what people see when they see the Democratic Party. Nothing gets done. My 20-something-year-old nephew can't write cursive. Yep, nope. I said, you want to pass military notes? Write it in cursive. Mayor is a total asshole. He may be, but listen, look at what he's bringing forward. I can tell you this. He's been speaking out against the Democrat Party. Can I quote you in my next novel, Ms. Romero? If Russia is the bear, then America is the fucking pit bull, and we need to act like it. 100%, Martin. 100. I'd be honored. Let's see. Thanks to environmentalists who force our industries into bankruptcy. We did it, not environmentalists, Ralph. We did it. We did it because we were sleepwalking through our lives. It was a perfect storm. They keep us working. We're so exhausted. They give us technology. We think we're happy. We don't travel. We don't go outside our country. We don't understand what's going on with the rest of the world. They keep us dumb. We did it, not environmentalists. We drank the Kool-Aid. We did. And now we have assholes representing us in Congress like Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar and others whose allegiance is not with America. It's with the countries that they came from. And that is a problem. It's a huge problem because we're being sold out. You want to see how huge a problem is? Let me show you Doge. This is what's going on in Doge. Look at this. Example of observed improper payments below. This is likely being done at scale. After an order for expedited deportation was issued in 2017, a migrant from Honduras used 3 different Social Security numbers to submit 73 Medicare claims totaling $48,000. Medicare paid $49,000 for a rehab center for a person recorded dead for over a year. Medicare paid $57,000 in 2020 for a person recorded to have died in 2006. After a warrant for her arrest was issued in 2019, a migrant from Colombia received 3 SBA loans for $100,000. Over $99,000 was forgiven. And look at this, 2018 to 2022. They showed that $233 billion to $523 billion annually is lost in America, okay? And they did a report on it. In 2022, they did a report on it. And guess what? Nothing was done about it under Mr. Biden. Nothing was done about it. This is crazy. And I want you to see, too, what we are doing to other countries, because we're wrecking them. We're destroying other countries. Watch.
I don't know of any country that got so much aid and they suddenly became a first world country. I've never heard of such a country. So the track is wrong. That track ends to nowhere.
The school of thought out there that I don't agree with, where indeed people think they owe the poor people to give them money without thinking about how they are going to use this money. Aid leads to more aid and more aid and more aid and less independence of the people that are receiving aid. Second, there's a wrong notion for people who have money or who give aid. They feel good that they're helping, but the best way to help is to help people to be able to stand on their own.
Our governments are not encouraged to buy local. Now, when we talk to the international donor community, they say it's not their policy and that we're in cloud cuckoo land. When we talk to the government says, hey, we're not allowed to buy with donor money local products. That's just the way it is. It's their money, they decide who gets it. For example, 5 companies in Ghana got together to bid for a contract together. Now, everything was going very well. We were competent to do the work. Guess what happens? We're bidding against some European companies. One of the companies got their government to loan our government money, very soft loan, for the project. Our folks in the government said, hey, you know, we love you very much. Nothing beats free money. We lost our money. You know what we ended up doing? We ended up working as subcontractors to the Europeans. They gave us the worst part of the business. The most difficult and least profitable part, we wound up doing it because we were better at doing the work. So they got the best of both worlds. Their government paid. We ended up doing the work. They took the money. That's not development. That's not assistance. That's thuggery.
That's thuggery. It sure is. And this is, our magnanimous, our bleeding heart liberals, right? Because they're telling us, oh, you got to help these countries, these third world countries. So what do? We send our money over there by the boatload. And then this is what happens, bait and switch. So, and I don't think that it's like, a third world country and no. It's the American money goes in and the UK money, the UK takes it out. Or American money goes in and the Danish take it out. Or American comes in and Germany takes it out. We are the assholes. We pay over half a year to pay our taxes. A half a year of work to pay our taxes. We are insane over here. And now we have two incomes, right? We forced it so that now both husband and wife work. We're 2 family incomes or 2 income families. And we're giving our money away so that other countries can get rich and they can make fun of us and to call us crazy and obnoxious Americans. I don't know about you, but I'm fucking tired of it. I'm fucking tired of it. And like I said before, it's time for us to start acting like the big dogs that we are. Taxation is theft, 100%. Liberals are not about building, it's about wrecking. Liberals want total control and socialism. Absolutely. Yeah, Martin Lee, it's crazy. It's absolute crazy. It's grift, it's graft, it is bad. And we are supporting these authoritarian regimes. So we are giving money to these dictators to keep their people in bondage. The Americans are. It's supposed to be to spread democracy, but it's not about spreading democracy. Look at what's been going on with DOD. And then I'm going to let you go. Hold on.
So we promised you transparency at this Department of Defense. And America, that is exactly what you're going to get because you deserve it. So at the DOD, we've been working hand in hand with the DOGE team. And as the secretary said, we welcome that process because that process will make us more lethal. And that means that our warfighters on the battlefield will be more successful. And that's what this process is all about. So in the interest of transparency, look at some of the initial things that we found. In the Air Force, $1.9 million for holistic DEI transformation and training, $6 million to the University of Montana to strengthen American democracy by bridging divides. At the Defense Human Resources Activity, $3.5 million for support to DEI groups. And how about this one? $1.6 million to the University of Florida to study social and institutional detriments of vulnerability and resilience to climate hazards in African Sahel. You see, folks, this stuff is not a core function of our military. This is not what we do. This is a distraction from our core mission. So we believe that these initial findings will probably save $80 million in wasteful spending. Again, $80 million in wasteful spending just right here. So stay tuned. Today's actions are just the start. More to come this week. Again, we are working hand in glove with Doge. So stay tuned in the weeks ahead as we trim the fat, preserve the muscle, make the DoD more mission capable and more lethal.
All right. So all of a sudden, Bernie Sanders is all about Doge because he wanted to see what was going on with the DOD. Colleen asks, where is the rest of the info from Pam Bondi, JFK, RFK, J6, Epstein, etc.? Okay, so here's what I know. There's not a lot of stuff in there. Apparently, all of these files have been released already, and what's left over is very, very minute. And it didn't bring about what people thought it was going to bring about, but I didn't think so, because why would we think that the truth would be in those files? The truth will never be known. Never. Because to the victor goes the spoils. History is written by the victor. So Colleen and anybody else that want to know about J6 and RFK and all that stuff, that is never committed to writing. There was an old saying that I was taught when I was the county leader, when I started entering politics, and it was told to me by a former leader. And she said, don't write it if you can say it, and don't say it if you can nod. And that was the best advice she ever gave me. Did I take it? No, because I talk all the time, but I don't write anything down. So that's the show for tonight. Nobody disses America. Listen, if you took one thing away from this show tonight, please have pride in your country, please. And I know I'm talking to the choir because everybody out there is a patriot, but put your shoulders back and puff your chest out a little bit. When you salute the flag and when you take a look at our president, be proud to be an American and be suspect of what has been going on all this time. And if a woke libtard wants to tell you that you're no good because you're MAGA, you can just show them that little video that I showed you about what's going on in Africa with the tribes and with all of the aid that we're giving. There's so much out there, folks. Is all you got to do is take the time to do it and look for it. And since you don't have the time and I do, I'll look for it for you. Thanks for joining us tonight. We will see you next Tuesday. Please like and subscribe on YouTube and ask everybody you know to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We got to get to 1,000 subscriptions. Thanks, everybody. Bye.